Hi, I'm Joe Revita from Empire Music, empiremusic.com in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we are a Gibson authorized dealer. And we bring you the good stuff, like this Gibson L-00 Studio Rosewood. And check it out at empiremusic.com. You can always reach us at 412-343-5299. You can give me a call or text me at 412-915-7118. The L-00 was introduced in the early 1930s. It's a parlor guitar, 00 sized, or you'll hear it call it like a blues box. You'll hear a lot of the players call it that. What it isn't is small sounding. Really, a really massive sounding guitar for a small body. It features solid Sitka spruce top, solid East Indian rosewood back and sides, obviously a nitrocellulose lacquer finish, Grover mini rotomatics. Under the hood, we have hand-carved scallop bracing. And true to all Gibson, we have a short scale, so easy to play. Gibson guitars have a certain tone, right? They're not as bassy, maybe bass heavy as Martin's. They're a little bit more mid-forward. And on a guitar like that, it's really nice because even though it's a rosewood, which gives you extra bass and extra treble and kind of reduced mids, it's a little bit more balanced than I typically would expect. And it makes for a really, really pleasant playing experience and allows for, I think, a lot of versatility. I'm always about guitars being able to do more than one thing if they can, and we don't want to force them to do something that they can't. But let's talk about the overall ability of the instrument. 00 instruments are super focused, hyper dynamic to light medium touch. If you are going to attack heavily, this is going to kind of meet its ceiling too soon for you, so go bigger. If you're a fingerstyle player, if you're a singer-songwriter, if you're a light-medium player, these things are amazing because with that light touch, you get this almost choir-like response. I mean, it's really big and bold. When you open up medium, you start to get the overtones and the guitar starts to bloom really nicely. So let's check out the dynamic range on this L-00. Two things I immediately noticed. The second time I was just individually picking, just gave it a little bit of an extra push, ooh, it opens up right away. You start to get those overtones. It's dramatic. That's really cool. At the first touch, it still sounds very full. So if you played really lightly or just with fingers, it's gonna sound really nice. You give that extra little bit of edge with the attack, man, the guitar wants to push. Second thing I noticed is when we start to push heavier, it does have that second gear that is kind of surprising for a guitar this size. Like I said, it's not going to compete against a big jumbo or dreadnought. But it will do is really give you that ability to inflect your emotion into your playing style. So if you're like singing, obviously if you're a singer-songwriter, you're not up here wailing on the guitar and screaming over it. Most of us aren't, at least. I mean, like, that's your style. Again, wrong guitar. But I think for most of us, we want to be able to use our voice and have the instrument accompany us in that instance and sound big and bold behind us and kind of give us that big band experience almost out of a small box. Gibson has that, like you notice that kind of that, I hate to say boxy tone, but it's that mid-Z tone, that kind of like organic sounding quality to it that is really, really evident here. Let's talk mids. Small body guitars like this should sound great through the mids. Rosewood guitars sometimes sound a little jangly up top when they're small. This one doesn't, but the middle of this guitar is really, really impressive. A lot of sound comes out of this little box. It's pretty impressive. It's fun to play because it sounds pro. It's not like a mid-level, low-end guitar. You know, the trick is when you get instruments like this, the secret sauce isn't in the wood, right? Like obviously we want to use high-quality wood, and Gibson has. The trick is in the bracing and getting the bracing right and scalloped correctly and balanced so the guitar is responsive and full and dynamic. All the stuff that we can't see is what makes it special, you know. And I think with this, you've put it in your hands, and for someone who plays a lot of acoustic guitars in my daily life, you feel the response. And if you're looking for a Gibson tone, I think this is a dynamite choice because it gives you all the characteristics of a Gibson. And if you've played like J45s, but you want more response, you want faster inflection, you want your ability to play the guitar to change the way the guitar sounds more immediately, this is your guy. Check out the Gibson L-00 Studio Rosewood right at empiremusic.com. We're experts on this stuff. Full factory setup, professional packaging. We're here. We're most available. We're always available. You can always call or text me directly, 412-915-7118. Call the shop, 412-343-5299. You can talk with us right through empiremusic.com as well. We're going to get you set up with the best Gibson guitar. Anything from the Gibson collection, anything from our entire collection, we will hook you up. So I'm Joe from Empire Music. This is the Gibson L-00 Studio Rosewood. Thanks for watching.